Magnetism, electricity, and the future. We are living in a world that is always moving and constantly evolving. Many years ago, humans thought the future would revolve around technology and believed this future to be many generations after theirs. However, the future everyone imagined came much sooner than was expected and is still evolving today. Before they knew it, there were computers and cell phones and now even self-driving cars. None of this would be possible without electricity and magnetism. With this in mind, both electricity and magnetism are continually helping to shape the future. In the not too far future, it is possible that electricity will improve transportation and indoor agriculture, and magnetism will improve wind energy, transportation, and even medical research. Before explaining the impact that electricity and magnetism are expected to have on the future, it should first be understood what kind of impact the two are already having in the present. Electricity and magnetism are both very important to the world and have been for years. Electricity is used every day. It is used in lighting, heating, and cooling, just to name a few. That means electricity helps people stay warm, help people cook food, and helps to light the world. Magnetism is also used every day in ways people do not even realize. Magnets can be found in computer hard drives, medical equipment, and credit cards. Magnets are responsible for storing data and helping generate pictures of the body from an MRI machine. Magnets have proven to be much more valuable than your simple refrigerator magnets. To begin, electricity is an ever-growing field that plays a vital role in lives today. Electricity, in short, is a form of energy that is a result of charged particles. Today, electricity is used to power everyday objects such as lights, appliances, heat, and much more. However, electricity is expected to fuel much more in the nearby future. For example, electricity is currently being experimented with for the use of electric cars. Currently, a majority of cars driven today are gas-driven and emit so much air pollution that humans are being forced to find alternatives. One of the best alternatives scientists have come up with is the electric car. While there are currently electric cars already being used, they only make up a minute fraction of all cars being driven today. While electric cars are currently expensive and chargers can cost people a lot of time, scientists predict batteries will get cheaper, charging will get quicker, and charges will become readily available. So, eventually, the pros and cons of electric vehicles will equal and maybe even outweigh those of gas-powered vehicles. A researcher who is an analyst with Navigant has said that in the mid-2020s timeframe, it becomes comparable or cheaper to actually buy and operate an electric vehicle than an internal combustion vehicle. Another analyst predicts that gas-powered vehicles will be outsold by electric vehicles by 2030. Although others believe the change will be slower. Most experts agree, however, that the change is coming. Electricity is further helping to shape the future in the form of light-emitting diodes, also known as LED lighting. LED lights generate light when activated by the correct amount of voltage. LED lights are much more beneficial than most people realize. For example, human-centric LED lighting is a type of LED lighting being experimented with that actually works with the wake and sleep cycles of humans. Blue LED lighting helps combat fatigue and creates an overall sensation of being awake by suppressing the production of melatonin, while red LED lighting can help promote a sense of sleepiness by allowing the production of melatonin. This concept is also known as human-centric LED lighting. It is currently being tested with hospitals. Blue LED lights are being used to keep nurses and staff alert and awake, while red LED lights are being used to help patients rest and sleep. Finally, LED lighting is actually being used to replace Wi-Fi. It is a very new concept that some physicists believe is the next step in the future of LED. This concept, also known as Li-Fi, uses light rather than radio waves with an ability to transfer data at speeds up to 100 times faster, and could possibly create an alternate path for internet connectivity in commercial spaces and offices. Li-Fi is possibly a solid solution to normal connectivity issues that many people all around the world experience when dealing with the internet. LED lighting has many more uses than people realize, and the future of LED is certainly bright. Another way electricity is impacting the future is through agriculture. Most would not think of electricity as having much of a use in farming and agriculture. However, some agricultural techniques have experimented on the outcome of farming indoors. This indoor farming method is heavily reliant on electricity by using electric lighting to augment natural light or provide all light necessary for crop growth. Furthermore, indoor farming facilities typically use lighting, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning equipment, electric pumps, and building controls. Indoor farming actually uses quite a bit of electricity and also has many benefits. For example, water is reduced through recycling. Farm equipment that is gas-powered is eliminated, and therefore pollution is reduced. Plant diseases are reduced because of the controlled environment, and alternatives to soil for growing are used, reducing the amount of soil wasted. As for the future, many countries are already experimenting with indoor farming, including the United States, although many more are expected to jump on board with the idea. In the United States, there are fewer than 50 vertical farms greater than 10,000 square feet, and the amount of these farms is expected to increase significantly in the future. So, when more indoor farms are built and used in the nearby future, water waste, pollution, plant disease, and soil waste will all steadily decrease. As for magnetism, many future technological advancements are expected to come. One such advancement, just as electricity, is transportation. The big concept that is expected to take over the future is magnetic levitation, also known as maglev. Maglev technology involves an object suspended in air due to magnetic fields. With magnets, the future of trains is expected to be on an entirely different level. Maglev trains float above the tracks rather than ride on them. This concept greatly increases the speed of trains. While maglev trains already exist today, maglev trains are expected to become more popularized. The first maglev train was actually built and operated in 2004. It was built in Shanghai and can reach 267 miles per hour, while the Amtrak's highest speed commuter rail only hits 150 miles per hour. So, the maglev train has already been proven to be much faster than regular transportation. These magnetically levitated trains were already moving that fast 15 years ago, and they are only expected to get faster and more popular in the future. In just 26 years, maglev trains are expected to make travel time between Tokyo and Osaka just 1 hour, about half the time it takes today. Maglev trains will definitely become more commonplace as a way to decrease travel times. The future is definitely expected to be much faster between maglev trains and electric cars. Along with transportation, magnets are also expected to improve wind energy generation in the future. Maglev windmills work much in the same way as maglev trains. Maglev windmills have vertical blades that levitate above the base of the windmill with the help of permanent magnets. Energy waste is cut way down because no electricity is needed to run the windmill and no friction energy is being produced. While the first maglev windmill was built nearly 10 years ago, the technology is still very experimental. Maglev turbines, however, have been found to produce the total power of 1 gigawatt of power, which surprisingly is enough to provide electricity to 750,000 homes. This obviously shows how beneficial even one maglev windmill can be. On top of this, maglev turbines have increased wind generation capacity by 20% over the conventional wind turbines, and the operational costs, on the other hand, have decreased by 50%. To top it all off, the wind turbines are expected to have a lifespan of 500 years. While maglev windmill technology is still very juvenile, the future could certainly see more of these produced in an effort to use cleaner, greener energy. Finally, maglev technology is also being employed in the medical field. Perhaps the most surprising use of maglev technology, scientists have been able to use it in studying tissue cultures in petri dishes. With this new technology, researchers can put tissue cells in petri dishes, then use magnets to lift and suspend the cells as they grow and divide. The ability to move cells with magnets has given researchers the ability to create specific types of tissues. Most recently, researchers have combined 4 types of cells to replicate tissue from the wall of the bronchiole deep inside the lung. With the help of maglev technology, researchers and scientists will eventually be able to create all kinds of tissues. Being able to create any kind of tissue from just one cell is certainly a big step in the medical field. In conclusion, magnets and electricity are expected to have a lasting impact in the future. Magnets and electricity have already had an immense impact in the present. Electric cars have already been built, indoor farming is beginning to take off, and maglev trains have already improved transportation. All of these improvements have only just begun, however. Every advancement aforementioned is expected to improve the future. Electric cars, indoor farming, and maglev turbines are all expected to reduce energy waste and pollution. Furthermore, maglev technology is expected to ease the demands of transportation and even improve medical research as in the field of tissue building. Magnets and electricity are vital components of a greener, cleaner, and healthier future.